women, you believe that women are equal to men, right?
100%.
Then why are women always whining and complaining? Oh, I've been sexually abused. I was, I was abused. Whenever, especially when they're
I just want
losing.
to explain that what you're saying is highly offensive
What do you
to
mean?
women everywhere because it's not whining about it. It is confronting the abuses that we have gone through to have a dialogue
But
about what is happening to ensure that consent and boundaries are respected. Again, that has nothing to do with women. Do you know how many men in the military go through sexual violence?
but you don't hear
Like
them
there's
whining
an
about it.
abundance of
You don't hear them
there's an
complaining.
abundance of men who have gone through sexual violence in the
But you don't
military
hear them whining about it like the women.
because most of them go on to commit suicide, and it is conversations like this that lack empathy and compassion that lead men to commit suicide after they go through sexual violence because it creates shame.
But at
So
least
the
they
same
don't
way that
whine.
your dialogue is shaming women who've gone through sexual violence, the same thing happens with men when they come forward, but it's more stigmatizing, so it leads them to go commit suicide instead.
But they
That's one
still
of the
don't
main
whine. They
reasons.
don't go around whining about it. They deal with it. However
So
way it's.
you're saying that you believe that men should commit suicide instead when they go through sexual violence instead of confronting the power structure and the abuser. So what you're saying is you believe that people who do the abusing should get away with it. That makes no sense.
No, the only thing I'm saying right now is that I notice that women whine about that kind of stuff, and yet they want to be in competition with men. And when they can't win, they start, oh, he abused me, he sexually harassed me. They start
So
complaining.
what it sounds like to me is that you have a lot of internalized misogyny and a lack of education on the actual social dynamics that occur that lead to sexual violence.
But a
That's
lot
what
of
it
women
sounds like to
lie
me and
about
what
that
I'm
stuff.
hearing.
It's been proven that a lot of women lie about sexual abuse.
What research? Because
Especially in
the data says less than 4% of women
especially in colleges.
have made up less than 4%. That means 96% of women have been validated in telling the truth.
But
So what you're saying
it's
again
easy
is
for
not
women to
factual.
lie.
So that is an internal bias that you have.
No, I
That's
see it
what
all
that
the
is.
time when you know how when married
It
couples.
doesn't matter what you see. It's a matter what the data and the statistics say. And it
No,
says
they
that
make up the data.
96% of women are telling the truth.
They don't the data. You can't trust the data. But you know
Right. If you're
how
trying to say you can't trust data, but you can trust a book from 3,000 years ago that's been
I
modified
haven't
over
mentioned
time
the
to
book,
enslave people and indoctrinate them, that again is the same. It counters your own point that you're attempting to make.
but I have not mentioned the book at all. You mentioned the book, not me. But
No,
let me.
you mentioned the Bible numerous times and
No,
that
I
your
haven't.
belief
I
system
said the
leads you
order
to
of
believe that
God.
men are superior to women, which is a book that is a lie because Jesus Christ himself was a socialist who believed in equality
What
and fought
the?
for women and minorities.
What the?